last trailer for today, guys. It's finally dropped. It's just big franchise after huge franchise today. But Scream. Not Scream from 1996. Scream from 2022. It is the latest in the franchise. You've got a lot of the original stars coming back. I know you're a pretty big fan of Scream, dude. Zohab, what do you think of this one?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm still not sure about this title because I don't know why they commit to this all the time. It happened with Halloween. Like, I mean, it doesn't make sense. If you're a sequel and not a reboot, and this is very much a sequel, so was Halloween, then, like, why commit to the title? Like, I don't get, like, this should be called, I mean, like, I don't know what the title is, but, I mean, Five Cream? five Cream. Let's get it going.
I have a theory about the title. I have a theory about the title and why it's called Scream. I'm probably wrong, but like Scream is often
meta
commentary on horror.
Yeah.
Meta, and like that seems to be like a new trend. So I'm wondering if it's something to do with that. But the problem with that is Scream 4 was all about reboots and stuff. And if this is like another reboot, so it's like, how do you not double up on what you did before? Yeah. But there's could be also this case is it could be possible that the studios think that the Scream franchise does not have enough brand recognition. People don't remember it, so they don't want to scare people off by adding a 5 behind it.
I'm interested.
Which is possible.
I'm interested to see what happens. Like this is, for me, the biggest part of this that's exciting is the directors, Matt Bettinelli, Olfin, and Tyler Gillette, who directed Ready or Not. It's going to be interesting to have a Scream movie without Wes Craven. I think that's the biggest kind of like, hey, that's a really interesting moment for me. I love the first movie, obviously, revisited it again last week. We're going to cover it on Midnight Double Feature soon. I really can't wait. Scream 2 is great. Scream 3 is great in a different way. Very, very... it's shit, but it's great in a different way. But Scream 4 is good. It's decent. I enjoy it. Okay. The trailer, there's really not that much to pull away from it. I think, it's a very sort of generic trailer, like in terms of structure, in terms of like just what it's showing us. There's no, obviously, it's nice to see them back, the Holy Trinity, as it were. I don't know what to think of this movie yet. This trailer did nothing to move my interest. And I think if you're a marketing department cutting together a trailer, I think that's an ultimate failure. I think that's the worst possible outcome. But it didn't move it backwards. It didn't move my anticipation backwards. So, I'll still be there. But in terms of like what this trailer offers me, I don't know. And I think there's so much that we haven't seen from this movie yet that's not in this trailer. I think it's really hard to cut together a Scream trailer. If I was working on a Scream trailer, I guess cutting department, it'll be really hard. It'll be really tough to try and sell one of these movies, I think, because that's the whole the climax is the whole shebang. That's the whole conceit of these movies.
Well, I would argue that there's another selling point for Scream franchise, which is mysteriously missing here. Which I'm surprised because I thought it would be the number one thing to go to in this day and age. That's the meta commentary. Like with the age of Deadpool, that is the big thing. And this trailer has absolutely none of that. I'm not going to say it's weird, but it's surprising that they're focusing more on the horror aspect. Yeah. Like they're selling it like a straight up horror, a straight up slasher. They're not selling it as a comedy, which is surprising considering Ready or Not was so funny. I'm sure those moments are in this film. I'm hoping they're trying to save them or something. But I was very surprised to not see that here.
I agree.
And I forgot to say this earlier about The Matrix, but something that they didn't do in that was when you think of The Matrix, you think of slow motion, you think of 360-degree shots, you think of slow bullets moving through the air, you think of bullet time. And they didn't have that in that trailer either. Now, these are both trailer ones, so maybe they want to reveal that later.
They had it a little bit more than Scream has in Meta. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, good point. They did have a little bit, but it wasn't like the main focus. It wasn't the big thing before the title. And I'm surprised with both of these. I'm really hoping that in both they're like saving that for the audience, because if not, it's like, I know it's a franchise, and with this one in particular, it's a new director, but please keep the element that I love so much about this franchise. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'll say one more thing about Scream that I love and that I'm glad they're continuing here, is that it's the only slasher franchise I can think. Oh, maybe Halloween is a bit of an exception. There's not a lot though, where like the main cast continue on. Like Sidney Prescott has made it through 5 films. That is amazing. I'll be very disappointed if she dies, but it's like, it makes it so much easier for me as a fan to connect to these characters instead of meeting some random 20-year-old teenagers, and then you have to convince me 20-year-old teenagers. That's an oxymoron. But these random like young kids that I have to learn to connect with and relate and learn their hopes and dreams, and then feel emotional when they die. It's a lot to set up. And of course you have to do that with every film, but I'm so grateful that I have the characters that I fell in love with in Scream 1 still with us today. Adrienne, do you have anything else to add to that? Because I feel like
No, you like. I think you both made really good points. I felt like there was the teeniest little bit of a hint to comedy because Sydney's like so aware that like, here we go again.
Yeah.
So I think they'll still keep some of it. I'm keen on the new, like the sort of updated visuals. It looks a bit, scarier and sleeker. And I actually liked the fact that it seemed a bit more serious. I wasn't expecting it. When I saw Scream 4, like the whole audience was laughing like all over the place, even though it was, like it's Scream and everything else. But like, I really liked that take on it. I'm keen to see it lean into that a little bit more. I sort of want to be on the edge of my seat. I mean, like that's what the whole thing's about. It is sort of like being on a scary ride. That's what makes it fun, but I'm keen on this. I think it's going to be really good. I was not disappointed with the 4th one, and I just haven't really been paying attention to, or like keeping up with this franchise for some reason. So when the trailer dropped, I think I had like read about it being in production a while ago, and it sort of like dropped off my radar. And then when I watched it, it popped up on like the YouTube notifications. I was like, damn, son, I'm really keen to see this.
Look, it's a good thing you haven't been keeping up, because they had 3 horrible seasons of an MTV show. And I have heard that, and I've heard that the marketing department is working really hard to distance themselves from that. And rightly so, because they are fucking terrible. I tried to get into them.
Oh, no.
So bad. My last thought, I'll just throw this out there. And if we can get this trending, it could be a thing. But I'm loving seeing David Arquette. I'm loving seeing Dewey Arquette. Yeah. I'm loving seeing him in this grey beard. # Daddy Dewey. Get it trending.
I fucking hate him.
Daddy Dewey.
I hate Dewey. I'm sorry. Dewey is my least favorite character in the entire. You know what? There is a moment in this trailer that flashes by really quickly, and it's Gail Weathers just kind of like reaching out, and she's like being held by Nev Campbell, and I hope she's crying and reaching out to a stabbed David Arquette as Dewey, because man, I hope he does. I hope he bites
goodbye.
Let's see. We'll see. Like maybe it could happen. It'll be pretty damn funny.
No, watch out. It'll be like the ending of Scary Movie where Dewey's the killer.
Oh, that
would be good. What if I called that?
God.
What if I was right? Yeah.
I would lose my shit. That'd be so funny.
I love that movie.
Oh my God. Look, guys, it's a classic.